All right, Grey's Amazings, I'm going to try this again. I started this morning making a cake and lost my video. So here we go again. I am going to make a plain pound cake, sour cream pound cake, and we're going to do a cranberry orange glaze. I will not be giving out this recipe. It is going to be one of my specialty cakes. And I'm going to flavor the cake as I normally would, vanilla, a secret. And I'm going to put dried cranberries on the inside. I will tell you that. So right now I just have 3 sticks of butter, 3 cups of flour, 6 eggs, and my dairy. So I'm going to go ahead and cream the butter, and then I'll come back and let you see how it should look once it's all creamed. But that is it down in the mixer. See? There you go. Alright, so my butter is creamy. It is smooth down in there. Smooth my butter out first. And then I will add my sugar. So I'll add it slow. First I'm going to scrape down my sides. First I'm going to scrape down the sides. Okay, so I'm going to slowly add my sugar into my butter. I'm going to have my mixer on like a 3 so that it mixes well. I'm going to mix my sugar for about 8 minutes, maybe 12. I kind of get carried away. I like to see it fluff, so I'm just going to pour it in slowly, gradually. You know, just dump it in. Pour it in kind of gradual until it starts to mix all around. Turn it up a little more. And once you get all of the sugar in, then you're going to turn it up at the highest speed that you can get it to, because you want to fluff the butter and the sugar together. So again, about 8 minutes. And once that's done, we'll come back and start incorporating our eggs. Okay, so I'm going to stop it in between doing the butter because it kind of crumbles up on the inside. The butter does. You'll see it down in there. We want to scrape those sides down to keep that from caking up. So I'm going to scrape it down. I may do this a couple of times throughout the creaming process because this is what you get. And you want it to be fluffy and smooth and not gunky and hard like a lump of grease and sugar. So go all the way down to the bottom of your mixer to get all that goodness out of the bottom. And again, this is what it looks like at this point. We want it to be fluffier. So we'll come back in a few more minutes and show you how it fluffs up. All right, guys. So I toasted down some walnuts with sugar. And I'm going to add my craisins to that. This is going to be part of my cake. So I just wanted to show you that little bit of the process. It's my little secret. So, but I toasted down with just butter and sugar the walnuts, just as you would candy any type of nut. No long process. Just get them a little buttered and crusted over with some sugar. Sprinkled on top is all I did, and I poured about maybe 2 tablespoons of craisins in here. Just freestyle. Y'all know how I do. Freestyling it. So I will let those sit. I wanted to show you the butter, how it ended up. There you are. It is fluffed quite nicely. If you can see that. There you are. She's pretty. Ooh, wrong one. She's pretty. Nice and fluffy. See how she gathers on the sides down in there? You have to scrape around the edges. That makes sure, because as you beat the sugar, it caramelizes around the top part of the bowl. You know, it beats down. And a lot of people use a whisk, but I like my mallet. It does what I need it to do for me. So I'm going to stir this around. And other thing that I do is so one thing that I do is sometimes I flavor my butter. I just do that when I have stronger flavors that I'm using before I get my batter all the way done. So I'll flavor the butter so that I can taste it before I mix in my eggs. I kind of learned that because I don't care to eat raw eggs. I mean, I'll taste it, but I fold in my my flavor first. So right here I have my concoction of the orange cranberry mix that I made. Vanilla, of course. But I'm going to pour that in and just give it a... Okay, so we'll put our flavoring in and give it a good hard spin before we put anything in there. Because we can fluff the butter and sugar for as long as we want to make it fluffy. But I'm going to add my flavor. Okay, guys, so I have added my flavoring to my butter. I'm going to add my eggs one at a time, and I'm going to have my mixer on like a 3. I'll show you one egg, and then I will show you the last egg for the sake of video time. So I'll be back with the last egg. Okay, so I brought you back in on the last 2 eggs. Sometimes one may fall in extra, but that's okay. You're just going to beat it until the yellow yolk is not showing in your butter, just that it disappears. I will go through it with my spatula too, just to make sure that all the streaks are gone. Nobody wants a raw egg. So that's it. You do that fairly quickly. You don't hold up that process. You don't want scrambled eggs. So you clean your paddle, scrub down in the bottom of the bowl again. I kind of just rub over the top, make sure any egg is showing to me that I get it out. I mean, that I, cleared up. And then I will start to mix my dry ingredients with my wet ingredients. I'm always going to start with my flour and end with my flour. So we'll be back intermittent, and I'll show you what that looks like. I'll go ahead and show you when starting with my flour. So I'm gonna put it on about a 3 or 4. I don't want it to go too fast, but you don't want this process to go very long. I do about a cup at a time, 1 cup, and then I add my liquid, whether it be sour cream or milk. I put in about 1 cup of flour, and then I alternate. Last liquid, last fat, last milk, last sour cream, last whatever. That means we're done with that part. And now I'm going to end with my dry ingredient, which is flour. This shouldn't take long at all, minute-wise. You're just trying to do it in 3 parts is what I do, to get it in there and make a mess, as you see that I am doing. So I will scrape down one more time, and most of the times I will kind of let this be my last spin, only because I don't want to overbeat my cake. So I go in there and get all my flour off the sides, off my paddle. I don't use a whisk right here ever, because it's crowded to me. It's already crowded. So I go to the bottom of my mixing bowl, and you want a smooth batter, so just work that in real good. Then I'll take my attachment off, and I'll go around with it again inside of the pan before I put it in the cake plate. Next, we're going to put it in the cake plate. Hold on. All right, so we're done mixing, and we are ready to put it in the pan, y'all. I will show you what nice mixer. It sticks to the countertop. But this is your batter. I do go around and stir it one more time, just for GP, because you can't get around up under there sometimes with your hand. So I take it and go around one more time and give it a good whip. It's nice and thick. That's how you want it. So it's a pound cake. So you want it to pound the pan. So that's that. I'm gonna spray and show y'all her getting in the pan. I did caramelize these walnuts and cranberries. I'm not sure if I'm gonna put them on the bottom or the top. I'll let you know as soon as I get it in the pan. If not, if I don't put it in the cake, if I put it in the cake, I will fold it in this moment. Once I get it all mixed, that's when I fold in my dry ingredients like that. Just fold them in. Or I might just layer the bottom of my cake pan and pour it on top. So it'll be like a little nut harmony on top, because that might boss up my glaze. So just hang on. Let's see what we get. Alright guys, there's the cranberry orange. She's out of the oven. I'm about to dump her so y'all can see the top. This one almost came out like the Trailblazer cake, y'all, but these are toasted cranberries and pecans, and the cake smells like oranges and cranberries. So very festive smell. And there she is. She came out pretty good. Thank you guys for watching. She'll have a glaze on her maybe later on tonight or in the morning. We'll see. But I will show you the finished product. But this is basically it. We will do something though with Casina's cranberry orange sauce. So we'll see what she's looking like sooner than later. There she is, guys. An orange cranberry pound cake with a cranberry glaze. Then we have a drizzle of KO wing sauce, cranberry orange flavored sauce, topped with walnuts and cranberries. And as you see in the photo before, there's a nice bed of cranberries and walnuts that were baked into the top of this cake. Another KO wing sauce. Good glaze. KG has done it again. Let's see. Look at her. She's pretty. Beautiful girl. Beautiful. Let your work speak for you.